All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on this audio portion of the Double Take Sports Talk podcast with the Watch Brothers, we are going to have Quizmania, followed by Double Take Sports Court, along with our headlines and final thoughts and the answer to the Quizmania question of the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Double Take Sports Talk is next.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, this is the Double Take Sports Talk show with the Watch Brothers. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Daryl and Darren Watts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Welcome to our podcast. It's me, Darren Watts. Say hello to Daryl Watts. Second, what is happening?
Not much, man. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Darren Watts, what's happening?
What's going on?
You know how it is, living the day. You know how that is.
Oh, yeah. Dreadful day. Snow on the ground.
Snow on the ground.
Officially March. Snow on the ground.
Yeah. This is fun.
Very much so. So, Daryl, on the docket today for the audio portion of this podcast, we have our Quizmania question. I am actually looking forward to that question.
Yeah, bet you are.
Double Take Sports Talk. I am. I'm ready for it because I'm kind of see what you have in the mix. Kind of makes me want to think what's going on today, what you got up your sleeve today. So we're also going to have Double Take Sports Court. This is actually going to be interesting on the behalf of what I'm going to talk about, because there's a lot of things that have not been answered, have been, have not, and what they're actually investigating. I will explain that more in the Double Take Sports Court and what I have come up with so far. And then we'll also have the headlines and final thoughts, Quizmania answer. Looking forward to that part too. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Daryl Watts, are you ready?
Man, let's rock this one.
All right, let's roll. All right. Quizmania question of the day. I am looking forward to this question. I'm very anxious about this question. Daryl, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Let's have it.
All right. So this might come pretty easy. To you. So we'll see how this works out.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out in a second.
Yep, we'll definitely find out. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here is your Quizmania question of the day. This player, currently retired, has a streak of rebounds in a single game during the 1992-1993 season. No spelling out answers. This is just a question.
Do it look like I'm spelling out answers? Boy, I got a pen in my hand.
You was finna spill one out.
Boy, I was thinking.
You was finna ready to let her rip.
No, I was thinking. Give that question again.
This player, currently retired, has a streak of rebounds in a single game during the 1992-1993 season. NBA season.
Rebounds, right?
Yep.
Streak of rebounds. The 92 season. 93 season.
Yep. Absolutely. So brain on that. Think about it. Get your notes together. Get everything figured out.
Where are my clues?
Oh, you want some
No
clues? You gotta ask for
always
them.
have to have some type of
Well,
clue.
you gotta ask for them, man.
I'm not asking for what?
This is Quizmania, man, because you may know the answer, and I don't have to give you the clues. That's why you have to ask me for them. That's what I'm saying.
Give me the
Ask me.
clues.
All right. Okay.
Give me the clues.
All right. Okay. Of course, we're going to stick this out to the Eastern Conference. Now.
Crap.
Yeah, this is to the Eastern Conference. Now, the division is the Central Division.
I know who it is. Nope, I lied. No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, you still got time, man. We still got to the end of the podcast. Oh,
I think
more
I
clues?
might have an idea.
So, well.
Good.
Okay. So, and this person also has won championship rings. I'm not telling you how many. Leave it out there. Championship rings. This person has won it. So, that's all the clues right there. Eastern Conference, Central Division,
people in mind.
Championship rings.
I got a couple of them in mind.
Okay. So we'll discuss that at the end, close near end to our podcast. Okay. Double Take Sports Court. Like I said, do the best we can to get all the little investigations out there in the nitty-gritty sports world. So here we go again with another one. Darren, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
All right. So I have bare minimum time to do this. So I'm going to do the best that I can on the behalf of, trying to understand what's going on with the investigation that took place or started back in February of 2018.
Okay.
It all started with the University of Kentucky. They have been investigated, or it's currently been investigated for spending of, in particular, players, former and current. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But one of the things that I've been trying to look into is what exactly are they investigating? Well, here are the actual facts about what they are investigating and notes about the investigation. The federal investigation into spending of funds, particularly. To be honest, right now, I have no idea why they are still investigating funds. As I read into the notes, then I will give out personal theories and different things like that on what I believe is happening, unless I am missing something that I don't have at this particular moment. Sorry. Okay, so here's what we have. According to the Kentucky Sports, they have the federal investigation turned up with the bank records of Kevin Knox and former players, two of them being Idris Abayo, and then the other one being Nerlens Noel. They have been getting money from the University of Kentucky. Their bank documents, according to federal agents, list their spending from former NBA agent, one Andy Miller, and his former assistant, Christian Dawkins, and his agent. In this report also include expense reports and balance sheets listing cash advancements, entertainment, travel expenses for high school and college prospects and their families. That being said, I had to look closer into high school and college prospects and families. I had to look into what is it exactly are they looking into this whole ordeal for? Why are they looking into this? And two things happen to come up for me, and the reason why I believe that they are investigating this. One, that it could be illegal to, or a violation, let me not say illegal, a violation of funds being spent during a time period.
Right.
During a time period. It don't list, it has a month and a year, but not a date pertaining to when they got these funds and what the funds were for. The fact that they had to, what I'm looking for, recreate their whole transaction is suspicious enough. For an example, they have one from a bio, $36,000, which was a bad loan.
Yeah.
Is what was listed on that expense sheet. So you know that, to me, something is being covered up on that behalf. And it's pretty much been admitted that he did get $36,000 from the University of Kentucky. Now, the head coach, John Capelli, is denying this whole thing, of course, like he always and any other coach would do, Bill Belichick with the whole Spygate and the Flagate, this and that, all these admittance of guilt saying that I didn't do it is what's going on with this whole ordeal here.
Mm-hmm.
In July, I believe in July, if I'm correct, they have a period called, make sure I got this right, because I don't see it. They have a debt period. According to the NCAA, a debt period is not being able to have face-to-face contact with a college-bound student athlete or their parents, and may not watch the student athletes compete or visit their high school. Coaches, however, may write and telephone student athletes of their parents during a dead period. This was going on during that month of July, and some of the things listed in that expense sheet had July on there, had August on there, and I think one other month. I want to say it was June, and I may be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But looking into that, I had to, sit down and think about it. What exactly is federal agents looking at with this? Are they calling this illegal, or is this a violation? If federal agents are in it, then that means that they're definitely looking into something possibly illegal. You have 2017, no month, 2017, no month. Here it is right there. The 2017 draft, not signed, bad loan, that $36,500 was supposed to go. That was for Idris Abayo. 2017 also set up payment plan. Kyle Kazuma. The July and August. Yep, July and August. 2017 draft, not signed. $12,000.
So are they saying that they never got their money?
Well, what they're saying is that they're giving out funds.
Okay.
They're giving out these type of funds for, I don't know, maybe investment. It could, like I said, it could be illegal. I'm not exactly sure. If I'm missing out on something, I am going to continue reading into it. But there are violations for, let me take that back. There are rules and regulations that coaches have to follow with trying to get high school students and their families into college without breaking them. And that includes giving out funds, university giving out funds, different things like that.
Right.
There is approximately 96 pages of rules and regulations for a head coach to follow in the collegiate league to not break a rule. Now, do you know how long it has taken me to read through all of this? I'm still not done. So you can only imagine the different things that are going on right now on the behalf of, who's doing this and who's doing that. Right now, as it stands, them are the notes for that, and I will definitely keep you posted, updated. There's nothing going on the behalf of the Kevin Ollie investigation. That is still being worked up on. We will find out more about that as long as it comes to. But right now, my main focus is this recruiting whole deal with the University of Kentucky. So that will be something to look into, and I'm definitely going to look into it and see what's going on with the whole deal. So that's your Double Take Sports Court update for March 24th.
All right.
right, ladies and gentlemen, headlines. Headlines, ladies and gentlemen, from the Major League Baseball, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association. Daryl Watts, whenever you are eager, good, and ready, go ahead.
Well, let's just be real. This is going to be very brief, and I do mean brief. So strap on your seatbelt. It's going to be a quick one. Sort of. So here are your headlines for March 24th, 2018. I only got one headline from the NBA world. Playoffs are around the corner and injuries are piling up. There's been a number of injuries coming close to the playoffs. Some players are healthy enough to play, some aren't to this point. One key injury sets up the test. Stephen Curry came back Friday night versus the Hawks to get re-injured in the third quarter. He sprained his left knee and will have to undergo MRIs. Larry Nance Jr., Tristan Thompson, and Rodney Hood all returned to the Cavs from their injuries. Kyrie Irving recently injured his knee and is to have a procedure on that knee. These are key players for the push to the playoffs. This could make a break come playoff time. Moving on to the NFL. On NFL.com, of course, today is the Sheriff's Peyton Manning's birthday. NFL.com is showing every touchdown a catch receiver has caught from him. 50 receivers to be exact. So happy 42nd birthday, Peyton Manning. Michael Bennett indicted Friday on felony abuse charge. He is charged with allegedly injuring an elderly NRG Stadium worker following Super Bowl 51 last year. And on the flip side, his brother, Martellus Bennett, is calling the career after 10 years. He confirmed this via email to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero. If I got that wrong, I sincerely apologize. That his tweet is, in fact, a retirement announcement. Just 2 days ago, Bennett wasn't sure if he wanted to play next season. Crap. Okay. Oh, here's a biggie right here. The Miami Dolphins signs ex-Broncos quarterback Brock Osweiler. That's a big one right here. This is going to be very interesting.
That's a very big one.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, Lord and mercy. Oh, Dolphins fans ready to have a heart attack. Duke Jay Cutler, now this. But anyway. Well, there was Boy,
Yeah.
this is anyway. There was no actual money, financial information being brought to this, so I'm not 100% sure what that was. But all I know up to this point that deal is a 1-year contract. All right, now on to the MLB. There was actually no headlines, but there are spring training games going right now, and I just want to take a brief look at a couple of them. Then, of course, your Cardinals, they're trailing the Mets 1-0 at the bottom of the fourth. And the Cubs play 2 games later on tonight, one at 9:40 against the Seattle Mariners. And they play another one at 10:05 against the Colorado Rockies. And I think the Yankees play 2 games also.
Back to back?
Well, actually, I don't know if this is a well, because I see it now that they're playing now. They're playing the Blue Jays, and they're also playing the Braves. See, I never understood that. I never understood that.
What?
Well, the Yankees are playing now to the Blue Jays, and they're losing 3-2. And they're playing again right now to the Braves, and they're losing. I mean, and that game is tied 2-2. So have they split up the teams and they just play? What did they do?
A good question. I have no idea.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out. I never understood that. Trust me, baseball experts know this stuff. So if y'all happen to actually be watching or listening to this podcast, please help me get to the bottom of this ordeal.
Know.
Yes, please let us know. But other than that, that's all the headlines I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, for the NBA, NFL, and MLB sports world for March 24th, 2018. Okay, there we had time. You had time to think things over, get your brain stimulated, get your coffee together, get it all down in there, to start getting some answers together, compile them all up. So now it's time to reveal the answer to our Quizmania. But first, before we get into that answer, I will repeat the question. This player, currently retired, has a streak of rebounds in a single game during the 1992-1993 season. Do I need to break down the clues again?
I wrote that down. No, I should have wrote that down. Crap. Okay. I still got one answer in mind. Matter of fact, I got quite a few of them. But
okay.
It took me a minute. But I'm going to give a couple of these out, being my number one answer. I'm going to give out one person.
Okay.
Here's who I have in mind. Dennis Rodman.
Okay. Who else do you have in mind?
I have Kevin Willis, Alonzo Mourning, and Horace Grant.
Wow. Good answers. But your number one answer, right on the money. Dennis Rodman. My man, Dennis Rodman. All right. So
he was the first person that came into mind anyway.
Yeah. So he did it 52 games from November 25th of 92 all the way up to April 14th of 93. He had a total during that streak of 110 rebounds and averaged 19.4.
And then he also did a record of 7 games of 20 rebounds. He started that at the beginning of the season up until December 11th of 1992 and grabbed 150 rebounds, which his average would be 21.4.
Oh, that's not the only one. He also did one during the 90, I think it was either 96 or 97 season or 97, 98.
Yep, which is kind of cool.
He got him. So, yeah.
There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your answer. This player, currently retired, has a streak of rebounds in a single game during the 1992-93 season, and that is Dennis Rodman. He had 52 games from November 25th, 1992 to April 14th, 1993. Total of 10 rebounds, averaged 19.4 during that 52 streak. So, there it is there. Quizmania? Check.
Yep.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Final thoughts? Dear, talk to us. You got anything for us?
I'm sorry, there's no talking. I have nothing.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I do actually have something. Now.
Wow, what a surprise.
Oh, shut up. Look. So, this is due to the Quizmania question of the streaks and rebounding due to Dennis Rodman. So this is about Dennis Rodman. This is something that I had to throw out here. I know probably a lot of people have seen it and stuff like that and read about it, but I got to throw this out here real quick. Isaiah Thomas had an anecdote about Dennis Rodman. And it was very interesting on how this anecdote was because this shows how his basketball IQ was very freaking genius because everybody looks at him as a villain. So this is how well he is when it comes down to basketball, especially in the rebounding category. This is what Isaiah Thomas had to say about Dennis Rodman's anecdote. We were standing in the layup line, warming up and shooting, and Rodman was standing back and watching everybody shoot. I said, hey, come on, you have to participate. Everybody's shooting layups. You have to shoot layups too. And he said, I'm just watching the rotations on the basketball. And he was like, excuse me? He says, like when you shoot, your ball spins 3 times in the air. Joe Dumars sometimes has 3.5 or 4 times. That tells you that's how far Rodman has taken the rebounding to a totally different level. It's totally like off the charts. He knew the rotation of every person that shot on our team. If it's been sideways, where would it bounce? How often it would bounce left or right. He had rebounding down to a science. And I never heard anyone think or talk about rebounding and defense the way he could break it down. When you talk about basketball IQ, I'll put Dennis Rodman on the genius level.
Absolutely. I agree. I'm with Isaiah Thomas on that one.
Yes. That was a big deal. I couldn't believe that. I was like, I read that, and I'm like, who don't know this? That was phenomenal. Yeah. That's exactly why he was a rebounding freak.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I had to put that out there. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people probably seen it before, but I just had to put that out there. That was very interesting.
Absolutely.
All right, if there's nothing else, we can wrap this up and get on out of here.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our another edition of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, of course, you give this video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show, you just comment on the comment section as usual. Of course, we're on the social media sites of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can hit us up there. You can ask all the questions you like. Hit us up there. It don't matter what you do. Anything doesn't matter. iTunes also. You can download our episodes there too. But until then, I'm Daryl. Daryl's on the opposite side.
Absolutely.
All right. Catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then, ciao.
Ciao.
Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Daryl Watts. As many of you know, me and Darren enjoy talking sports and giving out stats, but we also enjoy entertaining while doing it. So with that being said, you can check us out on the social media side and get more involved in our podcast. And we're on Twitter at DTST2414, or you like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. We're also on YouTube. Like, share, do what you got to do with that. Once again, we don't mind. Also, we are finally back on the podcast app for audio-only purposes for those who enjoy audio-only of our podcast. We're also on the blog, feature critical thinking and analysis, and you can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.